It's been a long time since we heard about Fomo. Believe it or not, there's Funko Fomo. It's back, baby. And it's back in a big way.
Really?
We're going to talk about a couple of things, a couple of notes. Then we got a huge unboxing. And I also want to take a moment to thank you. You know what? We're going to start off with that. Thank you, everybody, for going to MISCHIEFtoys.com today and buying your brand new Uncle Sam Ghastly. Some people call him Uncle Ghastly, and that sounds a little creepy to me. So I like to call him Uncle Sam Ghastly.
Actually, MISCHIEFtoys.com, he's called Uncle Ghastly.
Get out of here. That's why they were calling him that.
Yes?
I'd rather him be Uncle Sam Uncle Ghastly.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's like your weird uncle.
He's like your weird, creepy uncle.
He wears a top hat everywhere he goes.
Where is he?
I took a picture of him earlier. He's in the warehouse.
Why would you do that?
Because it was open.
Okay, anyway, we typically have our figures here. Here's a picture of him. Thank you, everybody, for going and buying Ghastly today. There was a Ghastly combo where you got the figure and the pin, and then there was also figure by itself. This was an incredibly fast sellout. I am so proud of this figure. I think he's so great. This is an idea that we explained in a previous video that started off sort of as a fan-made picture by a personal friend and eventually becomes a figure. Big shout out to our friend John, you're the best, and a big shout out to Noelle, our artist, who killed it.
Yes, she did.
Murdered that idea. If you got Uncle Sam Ghastly today, comment down below, son. If you haven't heard of us before, check out MISCHIEFtoys.com. Follow us on Instagram at MISCHIEFtoys. And while you're on MISCHIEFtoys.com, make sure you sign up for our newsletter. You'll find out all the things that you need to know about Mischief Toys and upcoming drops. Also, today, we dropped Radiated Ghastly merch, which is 3 shirts and a hat.
Yep.
3 shirts and a hat. Go and check everything out at MISCHIEFtoys.com. All right, let's talk about the notes. I got a couple notes. You ready for notes?
What notes you got?
Okay, got a couple notes. Patrick from Drop.
Pratrick.
Greetings. For those of you that redeemed Squid Games Funko Series 1, the front man and Freddy Funko as front man, we are aware some of you received your items without the metallic sticker, which a lot of people had been talking about recently. If you haven't already, please reach out to support@drop.io so we can ensure you get the missing stickers sent to you. We appreciate your patience as we work to resolve this. I thought this is pretty great. Why are you doing that?
Well, that's great and all, but it would be greater if they knew how to answer their customers.
True.
Like, that's a problem. So
True.
Hopefully they're planning on responding to their customers within like a 2-week period, or hopefully less. Like, max should be like 7 days.
Totally agree with you, Heather.
Like, absolute max.
Look, Heather, give Patrick or Pratrick a break.
I've given him many breaks.
He posted something good. That was positive information. If you got those Funko Pops, you got them and they didn't have the stickers, email them right now.
Yes, email them and then report back here in the amount of time it takes for them to reply. I'm serious. I'm really serious about this. I'm genuinely curious because we didn't get those Pops. I have given Drop so many passes. When they have made things right, I have hyped them up so big on this channel, and I've been like, oh, they're changing. No, they make me sound like a dumbass. You want to know why? Because they up again all the time. So I'm not going to give them kudos for doing this until they prove that they are for their customers, because they ain't. They haven't been this far, not very often at least. And I'm not going to be taken as a fool, Pratrick.
Tell us how you really feel.
I don't trust them hoes.
Well, a positive turned to a negative. Welcome to the Gastlecast! All right, so I have one more note. You ready for the note?
I'm ready for it.
And this is from our friend on Instagram by the name of Pop King Paul. And this is a note that we should all read, especially if we like the Scream Ghostface Funko Pops, also Art the Clown. There's FOMO in the air. Did you know that? Can you smell it? It stinks. Do you smell it?
Oh, I thought that was your breath.
And actually it is. It's gross. So Pop King Paul says, just wanted to touch on something real quick. I see a lot of people in Funko groups freaking out trying to get the new Ghostface Pops and Art the Clown Pops. And it's not even the exclusives, it's the commons. Just have some patience and don't let FOMO set in and overpay. There will be plenty to go around, I promise. And look at this. Dr. Applesauce jumping in after being out of the Funko game for 4.5 to 7 years says, are people paying zero attention to how Funko does things the past 4 years, LOL?
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay, he has a huge point. So he says in this,
when you say he has a huge point, that sounds like it could be dirty.
it's not dirty.
Okay.
He has a huge point. So he said it's not even the exclusives, it's the commons.
Right.
Let me tell you something about exclusives. Funko even overproduces exclusives these days. So don't freak out about the commons. Don't freak out about the exclusives. Listen to Pop King Paul because he knows what he's talking about. And just simmer down.
Distractors post, already out of stock. Damn, I'll wait till it sells for less than retail in 6 months. Because people are literally buying them when they're being flipped. Keep trying, just got through. Can't, out of stock, dang. So people really are spending more money to go after these things. I'm not saying that Pop King Paul would post a lie. It was just that I hadn't seen anything yet. And so I went over to Distractors just to say to verify. And obviously, instantly it's verified.
Yeah.
Pop King Paul isn't a big liar like you said he was.
I have never said that in my life.
You said it a lot, and I can't get you to stop saying it. She even says it in her sleep.
Pop King Paul.
Did you call him
Why
Paul?
did I say it like that? Pop King Paul. I have never uttered those words.
All right, Pulp King Paul. Now we're doing an unboxing. You might notice that this video is mostly unedited. And the reason why it's mostly unedited
it's
is
mostly unedited. They're really listening to me saying Pulp King Paul.
I had to cut out your curse words. We have a bunch of stuff to unbox. We have some exclusives from Plastic Empire.
And a sneaky peeky with a photo of a $7 a pop exclusive.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Huh. These things are amazing and I can't wait to show you. Chris, hit it, Jack.
It's Johnny, first off. Second off, they're sitting next to you.
We got a Chomp Tut, baby.
A Chomp Tut, glow in the dark. Limited to how many pieces?
250 pieces.
Well, they sent us an AP. Oh, we must be very special. All right, so let's take a look.
Plastic Empire.
The box is the most important part.
I know.
I love the box. What's funny is that we started years ago talking about Chomp when they first started coming around. And now here we are showing off brand new pieces that no one else has their hands on.
I know.
Look how far we've come.
Yeah, this is crazy. It's very cool.
Oh, this guy is really neat. Look at this. All right, so you may already have the King Tut Chomp or Chomp Tut, the regular one, but this is the glow one. And I'm really excited to glow it because it has glow-in-the-dark, I think, eyeballs, and it has a glow-in-the-dark body.
Yes, he
this
is
thing
amazing.
is super sick. So the eyes are like, it's like the same color as the body, but they're more glossy.
Can I also say that I love the fact that they did a regular one and now they have done a glow one. And I think that this is so much fun. I think that it's important to reuse molds as smaller toy companies because you and I have experience in that and we know how much molds cost.
Mold costs are ridiculous.
They're insane. And I've been wondering if they're going to reuse some of these molds because there's a lot of molds that have happened that we haven't yet seen any variants of.
They should do another gumball.
The gumball, the cactus.
Pirate.
The pirate, yes. So I'm eager to see what they do with these molds because, again, I know what it takes to create a mold, and I think that it's super important and very, very, very awesome to see it utilized in different ways.
Yeah, so this is actually in conjunction with an artist. So the artist is Dave Perillo Art.
Yes.
So you can check him out at daveperilloart.com. Check this out. There you go. There's his logo. Go and check him out. His art is obviously badass because look at this Chomp. So we're going to turn down all the lights low and take a look and see what we got.
You want to do the front and I'll do the back?
Okay, this is getting kind of weird.
Oh, this is so
Oh my goodness.
fun. Look at this glow.
Look at that. Holy crap.
Whoa.
That is crazy glow.
I love him.
Oh, I love it.
him so much.
Okay, this is a definite must for all Chomp fans,
Yes.
Pharaoh fans, or if you're just getting into Chomp. This is a perfect start into the world of Chomp. Now, these are going to be at SDCC?
Yes.
And limited to how many did you say?
250 pieces.
You better get over to those tables fast. Where's it going to be sold?
At Plastic Empire.
Plastic Empire's booth at San Diego Comic-Con. Get yours before they're gone because these things are amazing.
And their booth is at 4738.
Ooh. The glow on this thing is incredible.
Yeah. So we've noticed throughout the years that green glows are always the brightest and they always last the longest.
Green and white. I
Yes.
noticed white always does very well too.
Yes.
Awesome figure, Abominable Toys. You guys killed it in Dave Perillo. You killed it.
I don't remember if I mentioned it in our unboxing of the original Chomp Tut, but growing up, learning about Egypt always like really piqued my interest.
Okay.
Like Egypt was a place I've always wanted to travel. I'm always very interested in like going to museums with like Egyptian type stuff and learning all about ancient Egypt. So this really speaks to me. One thing that I really want to see really bad, Abominable Toys, listen up. I want a metallic version.
That's cool, but when did they ever ask you what you wanted? Where's this coming from? This is kind of weird and awkward.
You're f***ing annoying.
All right, what else we got, Heather, before we make a mockery of ourselves?
We already have.
So this figure is an 8 p.m. It's a very special one. It's like a Navy 8 p.m. And our buddy Brian Barrick made a video at a very special location in California. Watch this little clip because he is also in the Navy.
Hi, Chris and Heather. It's Brian coming to you from Kansas City Barbecue in San Diego. One of the scenes of Top Gun. It was used in the original and the new movie as well. The reason I'm shooting you this is that I wanted to show you a reveal that 8 p.m. is going to have at San Diego Comic-Con. We got to be pretty close to the con right now, so there's going to be a lot of exclusives. This one's pretty fire. 8 p.m. came out with their Bomber Jimmy. Right? Pretty dope. So the Bomber Jimmy is going to be an elite count of 150 pieces. It's going to be available at the Plastic Empire booth 4738. Cost on the figure is going to be $69. Completely worth it. I want to go over some details of the figure with you real quick. So you can tell based off this figure the iconic bomber panel art that's on the side of the figure. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. Number two, second detail they nailed is they got the iconic Army Air logos, Air Force logos on the side of both the arms. The shoes are red, white, and blue, and my personal favorite being a Navy guy, they got those Naval Aviator wings on the back. Completely dope. Don't expect this to last. Going to be available at the Plastic Empire booth, once again, booth 4738. Cost is going to be $69. 150 of these guys available. Do not sit on them. They will be sold out by the end of the show.
So Brian Barrick's awesome. Thank you for doing that, Brian, and I'm sure APM really appreciates you for doing that. So this figure is pretty sick. It's limited to 150 pieces.
I love the gloss details on the matte box.
Yeah.
I think they're so beautiful.
Me too.
Now this is called the Jimmy Bomber.
I do recognize the teeth up here. Obviously, they have those on the sides of like airplanes and things. I love this figure. I like the colors of it. I like that he's like
incredible.
He's like green and black. I like that. Very militaristic. That's badass. Did you see the little bombs on his head?
Uh-huh.
That is so cool. What a great figure. Look at the bombs. There's so much more that can be done with this figure, and I can't wait to see more being done with it, but this is a really sick figure. And what I like about this is it's sort of an out-of-box idea. I would have never thought to do this with, like, say, Ghastly, and I don't think it would fit Ghastly properly. It fits this perfectly, though. I think you did a great job, APM. You're killing it as always. And you guys can get this one at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, this is going to be at the Plastic Empire booth as well.
Yes, it is.
Excellent. So you can go and get yours at Plastic Empire.
He is limited to only 150 pieces. The other exclusive I have to show you, you're going to have to put it on the screen. It is the metallic barely Crang.
This thing is so badass. I love this figure. This is so cool. 125 LE. You need to run over to the booth and get that one. He is so damn cool. Barely Available is one of my favorite designer toy companies. I love everything he comes up with. Specifically, I really liked the Bearlators or Skeletor Bearlies. I love these figures. I have every single one that they've ever put out. But now they're moving on to Crang. I'm going to have every single Crang figure. Did we get a Crang? Do we got one coming, or what do you mean? Why are you doing that?
They let you down.
What do you mean they let me down?
Yeah, they said no. I'm
What?
just kidding. We probably have one coming.
Okay.
You can get this barely at the $7 a pop booth. And the last thing that we're going to share with you today is a fig pin mystery bag by Plastic Empire.
Oh, cool.
Each bag is $99 and you will receive 6 pins. The first 2 will be either a LE 250 Qui-Gon Jinn with a glow saber, an LE 250 Shredder Glitter, or an LE 250 Yu-Gi-Oh! Soldier, which is glitter. And then you'll get 3 random LE retailer exclusives. So that can be any retailer from the past that has carried Fig Pen.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, yeah, and the last pin that you'll get is one Alliance Shield pin. So one looks similar to like a cap shield, and the other looks more similar to Zelda.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Great pins.
Sometime in the very near future, we are going to show you some more Plastic Empire exclusives, so stay tuned.
Whoa, all right. Make sure if you're going to Sdcc, you visit the Plastic Empire booth. They're going to have all the things, especially those fig pins, the Jimmy and the Chomp, and much, much more. Visit, check it out, and buy all the stuffs.
And get your metallic Barely Krang at the $7 a pop booth. I know that they have so much more coming to Sdcc as well.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be silly. You better bring your big old purse and wallets. The last thing I wanted to show is this Tarm Man from Handmade by Robots. I love this thing, and apparently it's hard to get. I could not find this anywhere. I ended up buying it on eBay.
Oh my
out of
God.
all places. I spent, I think, 30 bucks on it. I way overspent, but I really wanted it. And the reason why I really wanted it is because I watched Return of the Living Dead over the weekend when I was packing all of the things that we had to get shipped out of here for 4th of July week. So I enjoyed watching the movie so much and all the nostalgia that I ended up picking this guy up. And I highly recommend, if you are a fan of Tarm Man and Return of the Living Dead, you go and buy yours, because this guy is sick, bro.
He's awesome.
Look at this, dude. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Return of the Living Dead. If you haven't, you should go and watch it. It's a great film. I will tell you this. The movie, toward the middle and end, are 2 guys screaming a lot because they're turning into zombies. And it's weird.
That's cool.
That's all I remember as a kid. I remember a naked guy running around a warehouse, and I remember 2 guys screaming. I watched Man on Man porn.
I was about to say you were watching Return of the Living Head, but I didn't want it to get too weird.
So Tarm Man, the reason why this character is so important is that the guys at the beginning of the movie open a barrel, and Tarm Man's in it, and that's what lets out like this. It's a like a virus sort of thing that's carried around. It's from the military. Like
It makes everybody
locked it away,
zombies.
and it turns people into monsters,
Yeah.
basically, or brings things back to life. So when there's somebody buried in the ground, if that stuff gets on the graveyard, they're coming up out of the ground. I know, it's crazy. All right, so we just showed you a lot of things. My new Tarm Man. Oh, Jesus. Want to break our Sdcc
No,
exclusives,
I didn't
Heather?
mean to do that.
My goodness.
I was trying to be smooth and I was the opposite.
We want to know what you guys thought about this video, all the things that we showed you. What do you think about that FOMO? We haven't heard about FOMO in a while in the Funko world. And what do you think about the Scream Funko Pops from Amazon? I mean, they're pretty sick, right?
Awesome. You need to have FOMO with these guys, LE 250, LE 150, and the Barely LE 125.
That's wild.
Yeah, go to those 2 booths, $7 a pop in Plastic Empire, as soon as you get to San Diego Comic-Con, because I don't think they're gonna last long.
And thank you to all the fans once again for going to MISCHIEFtoys.com and buying your Uncle Sam Ghastly. I refuse to call him Uncle Ghastly. It's creepy. In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Jewy Prime, Heather Coy, Joe Grioli, Fawaka, John Cunningham, Cody Laws, Matthew Watt, Sativa Shower, and Jeff Lopez. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock. And if you want to check out our Patreon and support this channel, check out patreon.com/Gastlecast. In return, we go live every single month. We hang out, we do a bunch of giveaways, and we show you upcoming Mischief Toys items. And this particular call, which will be this Saturday, the 13th of July at 9 p.m. Eastern, we'll be showing you a brand new Mortem item. You're not going to want to miss it. It's super, super sick. If you're a fan of our new character, Mortem, you're not going to want to miss this call. Check it out at patreon.com/Gastlecast. We have multiple ways for you to sign up, but levels 2, 3, and 4 are the ways to be a part of our Google Meet. We'll put out a link to our Google Meet very soon, probably sometime during Saturday afternoon. Patreon.com/Gastlecast. And before you go, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, and a little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post brand new content. You don't want to miss our new content. We have fun here every single day, and we go live every Sunday between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern. Come and join us. Come and hang out. Let's have a blast together. That's it. We appreciate you, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.